Good afternoon, students. Welcome back to Sri Ramanuja Vidya Mandir. This is your English teacher, Pushpalata, getting along with your grammar class. We have completed the degrees of comparisons with your previous lecture, and now we are with the question tags. Here we are with the question tags. Now, what are these question tags? Instead of asking a complete question, or instead of going with an interrogative sentence. I've been explaining you in the kinds of sentences what is declarative, imperative, interrogative, exclamatory. Now, when I say a declarative like it is raining, the question is asked, is it raining? So that is an interrogative question. But instead of going with a complete interrogative question, or interrogative sentence, I use only a small tag or just a phrase with an interrogative phrase, which we also called as a question tag. Question tags are nothing but they are the interrogative phrases. So we call this also as tag questions. We call it as question tags or tag questions. What is tag questions? Just like you have a tag, a price tag or something to address, in the same way you have a tag for a declarative form. What's the declarative form? Here you can see, students, the sentence is you speak English. You is the subject. Speak is the verb and English is the object. So we have a complete sentence over here which we call as a declarative form. We call it declarative. So instead of changing the entire sentence into an interrogative sentence like don't you speak English, instead of changing the entire declarative form into an interrogative form, I only put a tag on it. What is the tag? You speak English, don't you? So the tag is don't you. So this is the tag. I've just put a tag for my declarative form. What is a declarative form? Do you speak English? Or you speak English? So this is a declarative. You speak English. For that, I just put a tag question or a question tag, don't you? Now, often we make mistakes in connecting these tags. So, how are we to go with the verb forms of these tags? Don't is a verb. So, we are today talking about how to be perfect with your verbs when you're connecting or you're tagging an interrogative or you're tagging a question to a declarative form. So, that's the class today, students. We'll have it. That's tag questions. So first of all, let us see what this tag questions is. The tag question is a special construction in English. It is a statement followed by a mini question. So this is a mini question. Don't you? Don't you is a mini question. Okay. A tag question is a special construction in English. It is a statement followed by a mini question. We use tag questions to ask for confirmation. This is what you have to bear in your brains. We use tag questions to ask for confirmation. So you can see the example given here. You speak English, don't you? So I'm trying to go for a confirmation, don't you? You speak English, don't you? So I'm trying to give a confirmation there. So the tag questions are a sort of confirmation. They mean something like Is that right? Do you agree? Don't you? Means, is that right? Don't you? Do you agree? So what is the meaning? The meaning is that right? Or do you agree? So a tag question always goes with a conformity. So that is the reason why we have tags. So this is also another very important part in grammar where we often commit mistakes. So there are some applied rules which we carefully go with, and we will not be making mistakes when we go with the tag questions. They are very common in English. So generally when you speak, well students, supposing you're giving a lecture in your assembly to your students, and you say, well students, as we are coming to school, we see a lot of accidents, don't we? Well, we all know about the corruption going around. Do you agree? Don't you? So when I'm speaking, mostly to draw the attention of my audience, I try to go with tag questions. So this is what tag questions are, and so let us see how we have to follow the rules to perfectly go with the tag questions. The basic structure of a tag question is positive statement, negative tag. Very, very, very important. Whenever we are having a positive question, we have a negative tag. Whenever we are going with a positive question, we have a negative tag. So this is the first basic rule, or a very important rule, what you have to bear in your brains. Positive statement or a positive declarative with a negative interrogative or a negative tag. Snow is white, isn't it? So here I've been using NT, which is a short form for not. Is not it? And remember, never put a tag in a capital letter because it is a part of your declarative. Snow is white, comma. After comma, you don't use a capital. You will use only a small letter, isn't it? So this is the first, far most important rule what you have to bear in your brain, students. A positive verb will have a negative tag. That's the first rule. And the second rule is, whatever the verb you are using over here is going to become is not, which means also as isn't. A negative statement will have a positive tag. Say for example, you don't like me, do you? So don't, which means do not. You do not like me, do you? So don't is negative. So it's a negative verb with a positive tag. And another simple thing is, don't will be changed into do. So whatever do not, so you'll remove not and you will add over there. Simple. Is will become is not. Do not will become do. Followed? So this is the first basic rule what you have to bear in your brains. Very important. Next. Notice that the tag repeats the auxiliary verb. Notice that the tag repeats the auxiliary verb or main verb when be from the statement and changes it into a negative or a positive. Tag repeats. I have just now told you. Do not will become do. Is will become is not. So it repeats. Have you understood, student? It repeats. Notice that the tag repeats the auxiliary verb. What is the auxiliary verb? Is, am, are, was, were, has, have, had. I have told you all these things previously. What are the auxiliary verbs? Is, am, are. was, were, has, have, had. Do, does, did. So these are the auxiliary verbs. So remember, students, whatever auxiliary verbs you are having, is an auxiliary, do is an auxiliary. So notice that the tag repeats the auxiliary verb or main verb. What is the main verb? Say for example you have eat. Okay, say for example you have eat. He is eating. Isn't he? So is will be repeated with nt, that means not, and he will be repeated. So is will be repeated with a not, and he will be repeated after the verb. So this is what they tell. Notice that the tag repeats the auxiliary verb or main verb. Now what is main verb? Say for example I say he ate the cake. He ate the cake. Now ate is main verb. There is no auxiliary verb. It's a main verb. And what is it? It's in a past tense, past form. So what is the tag going to be? Did. Past tense is did. Now because this is positive, here it is going to be negative. Didn't he. So now you understand, students. Notice that the tag repeats the auxiliary verb or main verb when be from the statement and change it into a negative or a positive. He is eating, isn't he? He ate the cake, didn't he? She is not playing well. She isn't playing well. Is she? So because I have used over here a negative statement, the tag is going to be positive, and she will repeat with she. Did you understand? So the positive will become negative and this will follow. The subject will come in an end. So this is what the statement is saying. Notice that the tag repeats the auxiliary verb or main verb when be from the statement and change it into a negative or positive. Positive statement tag questions. Now first we'll see with the positive question tags. Look at these examples with positive statements. You will see that most of the time the auxiliary verb from the positive statement is repeated in the tag and changed into negative. So a positive statement will become a negative tag. So look into the tabular form which I have made. You can see the subject. What are the subject? You, we, you, they. Auxiliary are, have, do, will. The main verbs are coming. These are auxiliary verbs and these are main verbs. So you are coming, aren't you? So because this is a positive auxiliary, a negative tag is going to come, and you will again come in the end. The pronoun, it comes in the end. So you are coming, aren't you? We have finished, haven't we? Have will become haven't. You do like tea, don't you? Do will become don't. You like, here I am not using do. You like tea, don't you? So you do like tea or you like tea, both means same. I just now explained you, students. Main verbs will change into, say for example this one, ate. He ate the cake, didn't he? So ate is past tense, and so it becomes didn't. In the same way, like is present tense. So for present tense, what is going to come? Plural. Present tense plural, what is going to come? Do will come. So all this you have already learnt in tenses. So you are easy to apply all these things, but the only major point what you have to bear in your brains is the auxiliaries or the main verbs. If it is in a positive statement, they will become negative in the tag. If they are negative in the statement, they will become positive in the tag. That's all what you have to think of. So you do like tea, don't you? You like tea, don't you? So like means do only. They will help, won't they? They will help. Okay, won't they? So will is changed into won't. What is the meaning of will not? It is won't. Will not is changed into won't. I suppose you know this. Will not becomes won't. So that is why we have won't here. They will help, won't they? I can run, can't I? Can becomes can't. I can run, can't I? We must go, mustn't we? He tries hard, tries. Present singular. You must have remembered your simple tense. In your simple tense, okay, if you must have remembered, in your simple tense, personal pronouns, supposing I'll go with all the personal pronouns. When I'm going with all the personal pronouns, first person singular, first person plural, second person singular and plural both are same, third person singular, third person plural. Okay. Now first person. This I'm going with simple tense. I'm going with present simple, and I'm going with past simple. So look carefully, students. Present simple and past simple. First person, I eat a cake. Plural, we eat a cake. Second person is you eat a cake. Can be singular, can be plural. Third person is he or she or it eats a cake. Next one is they eat a cake. So this is what you have for present simple. We'll have a look into the past simple afterwards. First we will go with the questions. Okay, these are present simple declaratives. Now we will go with interrogatives. I eat a cake. So I will use do I eat a cake? We eat cake. Do we eat a cake? You eat a cake. Do you eat a cake? He, she, it eats a cake. Does. So whenever there is S, does will come. When there is no S, do will come. I suppose you understood now, students. Does he or she or it eat a cake? Now remember, students, whenever you have used, this is another basic grammar mistake what most of the students will do. They say, does he eats a cake? When you're using a ES form over here, you're not supposed to use a ES form over here. Remember that. Does he eat a cake? Or does she eat a cake? Or does it eat a cake? Never again use a S form there. Here, do they eat a cake? So this is interrogative forms. But now when you're adding a tag, I eat a cake, comma, do I? We eat a cake, do we? Simple. Have you understood? You just break. You eat a cake, do you? He or she or it eats a cake. Does he or she or it? They eat a cake. Do they? I suppose now you have understood. Same thing you will be using for past tense. Same thing you will be using for past tense. First person singular, first person plural, second person singular or plural, third person singular, and third person plural. You are using in what sense, students? You are using in a past tense. How do we use in past tense first person? I ate a cake. So what is the interrogative going to be? This is declarative. So this is interrogative. What is interrogative going to be? Did I? Ate is going to become did. Did I eat? Did I eat? Remember, don't again say ate. Most of the students says, did I ate a cake? No. When you're using did over here, this have to be in a V1 form only. You're not supposed to use a V2 again. Okay. I ate a cake. Did I eat a cake? Did I eat? We ate a cake. Did we eat? Sorry. Did I eat a cake? Did we eat a cake? Next one is you ate a cake. Did you eat a cake? He or she or it ate a cake. Did he or she or It eat a cake. They ate a cake. Did they eat a cake? So how are the tags are going to come? Simple. I ate a cake. Did I? Am I understood? We ate a cake, comma, did we? You ate a cake, did you? He or she or it ate a cake. Did he or did she? Did they? So these are tags. The same interrogatives you are going to change into a tag. So here I have he tries hard. So for tries, S form is going to become does. Am I understood, students? It's going to become does. So he tries hard, doesn't he? You ate cake, did or didn't you? Raj was there, wasn't he? So here the main verbs you should know how to change them into auxiliaries of tags. Now these are positive sentences with negative tags. Let us look into the negative sentences with positive tags. Now we'll have a look over here. The use of do in the two T questions. Do you remember the T questions? You do like tea, you like tea. So these two. The use of do in the two T questions. Remember that in present simple, do is optional in positive statement. You like tea, you do like tea, both the same. But the do must appear in the tag. The same applies in the past as did. I've already explained you. For present tense we use do, for the past tense we use did. And for the singular present tense we use does. Fine. Now the last two questions, no auxiliaries for main verbs, be in the present simple or in the past simple. The tag repeats with the main verb. So now look into the last two things. There is no auxiliaries. Can you see here? There are no auxiliaries. So tries become does, ate becomes did, and was becomes wasn't. So you have understood that point. Now we will go with the negative statements and positive tags. Negative statements with positive tags. Look at these examples with negative statements and notice that the negative verbs in the original statement is changed into a positive tag. Very simple. Same thing. Once when you understand the rule, things are very, very easy. It's a simple exercise, students. Need not worry much. It isn't raining, is it? So is not will change into is. A negative, okay, a negative will change into a positive. Right? So a negative changes into a positive. It is not raining, is it? We have never, never is also a not sense. We have never seen that. Have we? So when you have never, remember you're not supposed to use not not there. This is a negative sentence. We have never seen that. Have we? You do not like tea, do you? They will not help, will they? You won't tell us, will they? I told you a negative sentence for will is won't. So you have won't over here. Okay. So they won't tell us, will they? I can never do it. Can I? I can never do it. Can I? We mustn't tell her. Must we? He shouldn't run so fast. Should he? You won't be late, will you? You aren't late, are you? So never is changed only as can. Never is removed. So mustn't is changed as must. Shouldn't is changed as should. Won't is changed as will. Now look here. Aren't is changed as are. Wasn't is changed into was. Can you see? Very simple. No matter whichever personal pronouns, the same personal pronoun will be carried to the end. I will come into the end. We will come into the end. He will come into the end. So it's very, very easy, but very carefully you have to apply, looking into your positive statements into negative tags and your negative statements into a positive tag. So be very, very careful when you're applying the rules. Now notice, won't is the contracted form of will not. I've just now explained you. Will not means won't. Did you understand what I say? I again write will not means won't. It's a short form. Cannot, can't. Shall not, shan't. Okay? So, won't is the contracted form. That means opposite form of will not. Or it's a shortcut for will not. The tag repeats the auxiliary verb, not the main verb. Remember again, it's not repeating the main verb. This is the main verb. Can you see the main verb? Raining, seen, like, help, tell. Okay? Do, tell, run, or here, late, late. So, fast. So, we are not going to base on the main verb. We will only base on the auxiliary verbs. Can you see the auxiliary verb? Is, have, do, will, won't. So, you will only go with the main verbs, not the auxiliary verbs. So, that is the tag what is telling. The tag repeats the auxiliary verb, not the main verb, except, of course, for the verb be in the present simple and past simple. Present simple and past simple will not have auxiliary verbs. I already told you this previously. Present simple and past simple will not have auxiliary verb. You will directly say, I eat it. Say for example, I say for cake, it. I eat it. Do I or don't I? Eat is a positive, so don't I? Okay. He eats. He eats it. Doesn't he? He eats it, doesn't he? You did it. Okay. We don't say did it. We'll use a main verb only. You ate it. You ate it, didn't you? So can you see? So we have you can see here the main verbs doesn't have auxiliary verbs in simple tense. For simple tense, you will never have, in simple tense, you will never have auxiliary verb. So there, does, do, did will come. That's what. Except of course for the verbs in present simple and past simple. Present simple and past simple, you will have, for present simple, singular, third person you will have S form, he eats, and first person, second person, third person, first person, second person, you will have eat. And for the third person plural, you will have eat. So here he is saying present simple and past simple for everything ate. You know, just have a look into once again, check your tenses, you will have a clarity there. For simple tense, you don't have auxiliary forms. But when you're coming to continuous, is coming, are coming, okay, was coming, were coming, that's for present tense and past tense, you have auxiliary forms. And for perfect tense, has come, had come, have come, you have again auxiliaries. Only for simple you don't have, and whenever you don't have an auxiliary, remember this is how you have to apply your tags. S form will become does, without S will become do, and past tense will become did. Simple. Remember like that. So this is what you have understood. Now negative adverbs. The adverbs never, I've already told you, never, rarely, seldom, hardly, barely, scarcely have a negative sense. Whenever you come across these kind of adverbs, students, remember these are negative. So I barely went for a walk. For example, you say I hardly go for a walk. What is the tag going to come? Go. It doesn't have S and it is not past tense. So do. Do is going to come. And because there is no not, generally students will think don't I. But what is hardly? It's negative. So because it's negative and because this is a present tense with a without a S, then what is going to happen? It is going to come with do. Do I? I hardly go for a walk. Do I? So this is going to be the tag, because hardly is a negative sentence. So tag must be positive. Have you understood, student? Hardly is negative, so positive. And go is, or if at all I say I am hardly going for a walk. I'm hardly going for a walk. So am is changed into aren't. Or it's a positive sentence. No, if you go for a negative, you say are. But because you're changing into a positive, am I? I'm hardly going for a walk. Am I? So this is negative. That is what he says over here. So all these words like never, rarely, seldom, hardly, barely, scarcely, remember they are negative. Even though they may not be in a positive statement, the feeling of the statement is negative. So though there is NOT not mentioned over there, still remember when you see these words, they are negative sentence. So negative statement will take a positive tag. So this is a negative statement and a positive tag. We treat statements with these words like negative statements, so the question tag is normally positive. So these statements are negative statements, so the tag is positive. So look into the negative statement. He never came again. Did he? Came is past tense. Never is negative. So did he? She can really come these days. Can she? Can will become can. You hardly ever came late. Did you? Came is past tense. So did. Hardly is negative. You hardly ever came late. Did you? I barely know you. Do I? know is present tense. I barely know you, so do I. You would scarcely expect her to know that, would you? So scarcely is negative. Barely is negative. So know is going to change into do. Came is going to change into did. Would will continue as would. Would you? So be very, very careful. Very simple, very easy. Just understand the rules correctly. Easily you can change the positive statements into negative tags and the negative statements into positive tag. That's all for this day, students. Thank you. Have a nice time.